And I was going to ask you about the development of coaches in the Spurs organization. And it sounds like to you, not only did you get the chance to work under some really smart people that you were able to learn from, but that this was a very intentional thing that they were doing. You mentioned being in Austin and then going to San Antonio and kind of like learning for 6 months, growing, and then coming back to Austin. So it seems like it was very deliberate in terms of their development of coaches, which you don't always see in NFL or high level college organizations.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was very intentional. Obviously my 5 years as a coach, 6 years in the Spurs program. I was 1 year in the front office. I even felt that on the front office side. And then going from San Antonio to Atlanta with Bud, he carried that same kind of culture. Those places, the people I've been around, it's an environment of care, an environment of development. I use those words a lot, and I can speak to examples of that for sure. But everyone understood that if we're going to be great as a team, if I'm going to be great as a coach, I need others to help me get better. And sometimes it's direct coaching. I had many of the assistant coaches in San Antonio put their arms around me and tell them when I was doing something well and not doing something well. And to me, one of the greatest lines is, if a coach is pouring into you, whether they're telling you good things or sometimes critical feedback, it's because they care. Because they want you to help them get better. They want you to help the players get better. They want you to help the team get better. So it's got, deep impact, in my opinion, if there's an environment of care with a focus of development. And it's not just about the players. Naturally, as a coach, our main job is to develop our players. But I got to see from so many great people in San Antonio, then going to Atlanta and Milwaukee, the staffs I was a part of there, and through the leadership of Pop and through Bud. And now I hope I try to create that here, is that if I'm setting an example, to my coaching staff, they're then going to carry that to the players. So if I'm pouring into our coaches and showing them how to become better scouts and better, player development managers and, better with the analytics, but also in turn, allowing them to help me get better and challenge me, that's true development. It's not just, I have all the answers, let me just pour that into you. In San Antonio, they were open-minded to anyone bringing ideas to them and challenging you sometimes. Hey, what would you do in this situation? You'd freeze for a second, go, they're actually asking me what I would do to help said player get better, or what I would do against this team in the NBA finals or something like that. But they wanted to challenge you. And that just got you in the customary, feel of like, hey, they're pouring into me because I'm trying to pour into them and help them, but that's reciprocal. So creating that environment, again, of care and development has been at the core since I started. That's why I always say I've been fortunate and blessed in my career journey. But it's kind of one of those pay it forward. I've gained so much, and now in this position because of so many people, I need to do that for the staff that's around me. And hopefully I'm doing a good job. If you do a podcast with one of them, we'll see what they say. But if you're pouring into others and allowing them to pour into you, that's just reciprocated throughout. And then at the end of the day, hopefully your players are feeling that. You're helping them get better. They're helping you get better. That's how we get better. So simple little formula, not always easy day to day. But at its core, if you embrace that, it makes a big difference.